Dear Mr. Armstrong, I hope that this letter finds you and your family doing well. I'm just finishing my second season on the Harvard hockey team, and although we didn't finish up the way we had hoped, several of our team have been playing for the U.S. and Canadian national teams. Kaylin Ingram had another great year, and it's great having a familiar face, albeit on the women's team. On the way home from the game, I was talking to my dad, who was down for the weekend, about playing hockey at the Grove. Of course, he went on to talk about how rough he had it playing in the old rink, and how they had to play outside after the village rink collapsed in 1971. He also went on about how Mr. Armstrong's experience as a professional hockey player instilled a commitment for every student to play to the best of their ability. Dad went on to talk about how Mr. Armstrong used to preach that one's actions on the ice were a reflection of who one is as a person, and vice versa. I agreed with him and thought it was remarkable how similar our experiences were, even though they were years apart. It wasn't until he talked about getting the iron finger from Big Bob did I realize he was talking about your dad and I was talking about you. I started to think that it was interesting that my dad was a student when the rink in the village was being built, and how important it was to our lives. Funny, no matter how the times change, they stay the same. I saw in the last Grove News that Lakefield is planning to build its own rink. I remember Mr. Haddon once saying that LCS stood for Let's Change Something, but the one thing that never seems to change is that there's an Armstrong behind the bench. I look forward to reading in the Friday E-News how the teams do this year. All the best, Adam Nelson, class of 2001, March 12th, 2003.